Hi guys, and welcome to The Batch Lady, where usually I show you how to make fast, simple, homemade meals that you can make in advance, put in your freezer and use whenever you want. But today I am showing you my long-awaited, that hundreds of you have been asking for, video on freezer bags, okay? I am going to show you reusable freezer bags, the ones that are out in the market just now, ones that you can easily just get from Amazon. That's where I generally stuck to, and the pros and cons of all of them. I have chosen 7 top brands that I really liked, that were easily found and were good sizes if you want to be batch cooking for a family, okay? So I chose the King to try, which is like a silicone thick bag. I chose the Stasher bag that a lot of you would have seen on the UK market. It's another sort of silicone thick bag as well. I chose this one. Now lots of them have Japanese or Chinese names. This is Kyonano. I'm going to put it coming up on the screen, you'll see. And again, this one, which is Tyry.hu. Don't worry about the names, they're all on Amazon. I'll give you the links. I chose these two because they were good. They are they're not silicone, so they are a plastic, but they are a plastic that lasts a long time and is good food. Good for food, very good in terms of safe, and it has flat bottoms, these two, so I quite like them as something to try as well. I tried the recycle little one as well, which is a PVA as well, the snacker bag, and finally the apparel, okay? So I'm going to let you see exactly how I got on with all of these. Now I did try a Sharpie pen, a chalk pen, a uni chalk pen, and I tried labels as well on all the bags to see how they would do, and I put these through a huge amount of testing. So first we tried the squeeze test to see how good the seal is, the most important thing when you're batch cooking, and here's how we got on with all of them. So after the squeeze test is done, we have to say that the apparel bag and the snacker bag are already out because they didn't squeeze very well. The seal didn't hold very well with the water, so these ones are out, okay? Now after that, what I did is I filled these bags full of water, okay? So they were like a big ice cube. I put them in my deep freeze and I shuffled them around so that I could see what they would look like would the corners break, would the seal break, to see how I got on, and this is them in the freezer. Just out the freezer, and none of them have leaked in the freezer, filled with cold water. They've frozen really well. I've got a few labels off, so I'm going to go through the labels again to see what ones stayed on and what ones came off. Okay, so as you can see, when they came out the freezer, all of them actually were really good. I mean, I tested all of them, they were fantastic. They all froze really well, nothing leaked, which was brilliant, okay? From there, I went on and filled them all with tomato soup, froze them and put them in the freezer, and here's how we got on with this test. Okay guys, so I have frozen all of these with tomato sauce in it, and I'm just about to empty it out, wash it out, and see what ones out of the bags have stained or not. I'll give them a good wash out just with soap and water. We'll come back and look at them. Okay, so all of them, guys, were quite orange, okay? There was the Stasher bag and the King, which are like the silicone bags. These actually went quite yellow. They didn't go as orange as these other PVA ones, okay? So these ones actually went yellow, these ones went orange. I then put them both in Milton liquid. I waited 15 minutes. These ones came out completely white, okay? But these ones, if I just grab one, let me see where I've got one, hold on. They all stayed quite orangey, okay? Different various shades of orange, but pretty much orange. So So what I would say is, if you are wanting bags that stay clear and white all the time, then silicone is for you. If you're okay with having some orange bags, then these ones are very good as well, okay? And I'm now just going to go through each individual bag, because I didn't like everything about these silicone ones. And I really did like these ones, okay, even although they went orange. So let's just go through every bag very quickly, individually, and then I'll let you know exactly what we've chosen at the end, okay? So we're now at the stage where we've got 5 left, and I think we can go through each one of these and I can just tell you a bit about them, okay? So we've got the Y King Kitchen here, okay? This is a heavy duty silicone bag. Now that comes in all different sizes. This is the biggest it comes in, the extra large, and it's a 20 cup capacity. It's huge. I don't know when I'd use this size. This came in at about £5.50, but of course it was a pack of 2, so it was actually about £11 for the pack of 2. These have a pullable top off, and then they open up and you have to sort of peel them apart, and they've got a big flat bottom, okay? Now obviously you wouldn't be buying one as big as this, but what I liked about it is it cleans really well, it didn't stain, I liked that it came in a big size, but I have to say I'm just not sure about this sort of silicone heavy duty stuff. For me, it's quite a difference going from just using a thin plastic bag to using a really big heavy one that actually, once it's frozen, it's quite opaque. You can't really see that much through it. So it was good. And if I only had a silicone bag, then I would probably really choose this one. It would be my one of choice. It was also quite tricky once this was full, like of bolognese, to then be putting this on when you're trying to squeeze the air out and sort of get that on tight. So I liked it, but it wasn't my absolute favourite. Okay, then next we've got the stasher bag. I always get muddled up because there's a snacker and a stasher. The stasher bag, you've probably seen these about in the UK a lot. Okay, I liked that it cleaned really well again, just like this other one. I liked that it was a bit lighter than this one. It seemed to be that you could see through it a bit more. I sort of struggled with the size of it. It was a funny shape. So when you're trying to hold it and fill it, it could do with having a dumpier bottom, and it could also do with having a bigger top to it. It was quite hard if you've got a whole cup measurement that you're trying to get in there. And one of the things that I wasn't too keen on, just giving you all the negatives first, I wasn't too keen on the fact that when you seal it, there's nowhere to put your fingers, so you're really trying to pull that apart, where I quite like when you've got a good inch hold of something that you can pull. So it was good. It was quite hard to seal again. These are definitely harder work to use, but I can see the benefits of using them. This one is £19.99, that is, for anybody that follows me in the States. It's quite expensive. I think I'd need to wait for this to come down in price before I'd start spending £20 on one silicone bag, because I do use a lot of bags. Okay, next we have this one, the Kyonano. I'm going to put it on the screen. I really like this bag. Okay, it comes in at £1.62, guys. It comes in a pack of 10 of exactly this size. It's a big size. I quite like the big size if I'm doing a big family meal. It's got a base on it, so it stands up really well. It's got some finger holds, so you can pull it apart, and it sort of almost stands there. You know, I really quite like that. When I froze it, it did go quite thick at the bottom, but you could freeze it and still flatten out that bit if you didn't want to have a sort of, you know, triangular bag. But actually these were really easy to use. They held well in the bag stands as well. And I just like this one. The only thing is it goes orange, and even with Milton, it doesn't clean very well. Okay, it stays an orangey colour. So I think if I was going to start investing in these, what I would do is make sure that I put stuff in these at first that wasn't sort of curry or chili or something like that, and maybe still use my disposable ones, or if I've got any silicone ones, use that instead, and then keep these ones for any other meals, because there's plenty of things that we use with these silicone bags. Okay, then we had this little recycle one. This came in at £1.24, but you did have to buy it in 12, so you were spending sort of £15 on them. They came in different sizes as well. They came in slightly bigger than this little one as well. They're good. They're sort of like feeling like you're using a normal like Ziploc sort of plasticky bag. They washed out well, but again they discoloured. But I quite like these. They passed all the tests, which was great. And then finally we have this little one, and again, much like this Kyonano one, which I think is Japanese, this one, the Tyry.hu, came in at £2.49 for one, but they came in bigger ones as well, so you could get really big ones. It's got the little base as well. I like the size of it. It was very much like this product, the one that I really liked, but it was slightly smaller. It worked really well, but again, it's just the colouring. So the main thing is, guys, out of all of them, is that these ones don't discolour and these ones do discolour, but these ones are easier to use. These PEVA ones, I think that's right. I'll put it on the screen to make sure. Way easier to use, pliable, you can see through them. They work great compared to the really thick silicone ones, okay? So, so I'm more erring on these ones at the moment. Just to let you know as well, I tested the Sharpie pen out on them that we usually use if you're writing, and I also tested out this Uni Chalk, just a normal chalk pen, okay? When you put the chalk pen on, you have to leave it to dry, so write on your bag and leave it to dry. It's going to take longer to dry than your Sharpie pen, but I have to say this is my new favourite thing, rather than a Sharpie. The Sharpie, when I tested them, did not come off the bags very well at all. On any of the bags, it didn't come off. Came off better on the silicone than it did in these little ones, but this chalk pen just washed right off. It was great, but it didn't come off when it was in the freezer, okay? As long as you left it to dry. So before it goes in the freezer, make sure it's completely dry and you can touch it like this, and then when you wash it, it just scrubs away. If there's any residue, if you've used a red one, there's all different colours, then once you put it in Milton, it disappears. So I would recommend chalk pen, definitely. And then labels. I tried lots of different labels. They generally, if you buy the freezer labels, they do stay on, the proper freezer labels, okay? They stayed on all the bags. Sorry, they stayed in on all of these PEVA bags, but they didn't stay on any of the silicone bags. So labels, even freezer labels, are not working on the silicone bags. They just all peeled off straight away. So if you're going to be using the silicone bags, you need to think about a chalk pen or a Sharpie that you're going to use on them. Okay, now out of all of it, so we've looked at the price and we've looked at absolutely, I think, everything. Drying them very quickly. Drying them, your bag holder that usually holds your bag open, so these are on my website for anybody that wants to see, www.batchlady.com. okay, so it usually holds your bag open like that when you're filling it. When you wash them, you want to just wash them in warm water, okay, not boiling hot water, just warm water. If you're washing silicone ones, you can put them in the dishwasher, but I found that they don't clean very well. You can't get round all the edges, so you probably just want to wash them just again in a normal soapy water. But use your bag stand. It holds your bag open if you use it that way. Let me just turn it the right way, hold on. Excuse me. There you go. That's what you want to do to dry them. You want to use your bag stand and just put them up like that. They'll dry really quickly, okay? So that's drying them. So in terms of price, in terms of absolutely everything that we looked at, I am going to say that this Kyonano bag was my absolute favourite. And this Tyry bag as well, which will be coming up on the screen now, was my second favourite. I absolutely love these and I will be purchasing these and using them all the time. In terms of the silicone bags, I'm probably going for the Y King, to be honest. It was quite harder to use, but I did like it. I liked the Stasher too. They were both quite good. They were both quite good, but the Stasher at £20 is just too much. So guys, I think I've told you everything you probably need to know about these bags. There's lots of different ones out of there. I have to say that nearly all of them that I bought worked great. Just try to work out what you're buying. It's really tricky on Amazon, so all the links are below of the ones that I found the best in terms of the ease of even buying them, so that you know exactly what size is going to get through the door. Okay, I hope you have a great time trying out these new bags, and remember, each bag that you use, they say it will last for 350 of your normal disposable plastic bags, okay? So 350 times before this little babe runs out. So give it a go, okay? Reusable bags. Thanks for watching The Batch Lady. Bye.